Welcome in, fans of all teams, mainly Chargers fans probably for this video. So quick little video today. Pretty sure the only thing that we did was cut Bryan Bulaga. I guess we kind of found out that we are also tendering. That's kind of what it's called, I think. Storm Norton, which I don't hate. It's extremely cheap. At least he has experience. At least it's a body, probably just a training camp body at that. At this point, I would take the what if of Trey Pipkins, which sounds extremely sad, over Storm Norton. But this move we saw coming. The cut of Bryan Bulaga saves 10.7. This one, yeah, 10.75 $1 million in cap space, which is significant. We still have here. Let me just make sure I haven't missed anything. Yeah, really, not much has happened today in the NFL. Some more Deshaun Watson rumors, and he's talking different teams. The Randy Gregory thing. Marcus Williams signed today. DJ Reed was one guy who I really liked, but he signed for, I want to say, 11 mil APY, which is a little bit higher than I was expecting. And then there was one other big player. I don't think I remember. A couple of guys released today, like Miles Jack is a guy. But there's a lot of here. I kind of want to try and find a list of who's still available. Free agency, NFL 2022 tracker. No. Here, this might be good. Top 100 free agents. So, obviously, the Chargers aren't going to be in on a guy like Teron Armstead, not Von Miller anymore, really any of these top guys, mainly because they're going to command a lot of money. Stephon Gilmore still out there. Darius Williams, probably, yeah, definitely still too expensive for us. Bobby Wagner, depending on how much money he wants. That would just be so nice because, as I'm going to talk about in a second, I still want that other linebacker spot locked down. Trent Brown is still available. Keem Hicks, probably out of our price range. Dwayne Brown. Let's see. MVS out of our price range, most likely. Dante Jackson, Morgan Moses, my man. Morgan Moses. Uchenna Nwosu, going to be out of our price range, unfortunately. Cordero Patterson is a guy that I know a lot of Chargers fans like. It really just depends on how much he wants. He would be a good change of pace back with Austin Eckler, obviously incredibly versatile, because he can line up out wide just like any other wide receiver and still produce, as well as being a returner. Eric Fisher still available. All of this, Rasul Douglas, I got that I like. Calais Campbell, Kaiser White, Bryce Callahan, Arden Key. All of this to say, we need a right tackle. It would be logical to think, hey, we just cut our right tackle who we're paying a good amount of money. We played a right tackle straight from the XFL. Was it the XFL or AAF or something? Straight out of the XFL, I'm pretty sure, for most of the season, and he was horrible. We have Trey Pipkins, but Chargers fans, I don't need to beat that in anymore. It's Trey Pipkins. I don't want him starting day one right tackle. We have Rashawn Slater, Matt Filer, Corey Linsley. I have more faith that we're going to address right guard just because we can literally bring in a guy for anywhere from 1 to 3 million, and there's so many guys that we can bring in for 1 to 3 million who are just average and won't be. Even if we brought back Michael Schofield, who's not great, I would be okay with it, and I think we're going to do that. Not Michael Schofield specifically, but even Ode Ibushi, I would love to bring back. But this right tackle position, right tackle, in my opinion, just as important as left tackle. Look at the stats, look at the data. The illusion of pressure, depending on the quarterback, can sometimes be worse for an offense than actual pressure from the blind side. Because a guy could be about to make a play coming from the left tackle side if it's a right-handed QB, and if the quarterback truly doesn't see it, then if he doesn't make a play, the quarterback would never know. Even if he's about to hit him, you're still going to complete that throw. You're still going to go through a normal throwing motion, not rush it, which, yes, it can lead to some more strip sacks, technically, kind of, or that's what the school of thought would be. But for a guy rushing off the right tackle, like where Joey Bosa lines up, the illusion of pressure, it's not even really an illusion, but if a guy gets beat quickly, you're going to know that you have to get rid of the ball quickly. You're going to rush your throwing motion. You're not going to be able to go to the next read. Even if you have a little bit more time, it's not going to seem like it, because if I'm facing this way or my body's facing this way and Joey Bosa is coming at me, I'm going to want to get rid of that ball quickly, which can lead to worse decisions and worse throws, as well as still strip sacks and stuff. But point is, we need a right tackle desperately. We can't take a step back on offense. Yes, we've built up our defense very effectively so far, but that's only going to do so much good if we regress on offense to mediocrity. We re-signed Mike Williams, which helped prevent that, but in order to stay top 5 in offense points per game, we need to at least get mediocrity at right tackle. Storm Norton and Trey Pipkins, I don't think is mediocrity. That's bottom of the barrel. Some of the guys I listed earlier, Trent Brown, Dwayne Brown, Morgan Moses, even, David Quessenberry. There's other tackles out there who have more experience, are a little bit more proven, as well as have just graded out a little bit better. Some of them way better than Storm Norton. Most of them better than Storm Norton, because that's a pretty low bar. But that is priority numero uno tomorrow, Chargers fans, in my opinion. After that, right guard, yes, but I have more faith in that. The other linebacker position. We have Kenneth Murray next up. Some people are saying that the Chargers are high on Amon, which I wouldn't hate. From what I saw last year, he seemed pretty average, which that's all we really need. But next to Drew Tranquill, who I have faith in being a full 17-game starter, I like him. I would feel a lot better if Kenneth Murray was our LB3. I want to say his name's Alexander Johnson, the other Denver linebacker with Josie Jewell, who just got re-signed. A guy like him shouldn't be too expensive, but if not, I mean, ideally just bring back Kaiser White, but it sounds like the Chargers aren't pursuing that too much. Our D-line, all we need is a little bit more depth, maybe one or two guys maybe one guy at interior D-line free agency, some in the draft. We definitely still need some edge depth. We are going to rotate those edge rushers, edge defenders, that can also be attacked in the draft. So right now, right tackle, linebacker. In terms of starters, that's when you're looking at your lineup of the 22 guys who are going to be starting, excluding special teams. This roster would stack up with any in the NFL if we could get those two locked down. Because we would have Joey Bosa, Austin Johnson, maybe somebody else if we draft them, Sebastian Joseph Day, Khalil Mack. We need to fill this position. And then Drew Tranquil, J.C. Jackson, Hazir Adderley, Derwin James, Asante Samuel, Michael Davis. That is a scary defense. I don't care who you are. Offense. Am I special? Oh, Justin Herbert. There we go. Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Jalen Guyton, Slash, Josh Palmer, Rashawn Slater, Matt Filer, Corey Linsley. We need to fill these two. And then Donald Parham, Trey McKitty. I could see us going wide receiver in round 1 of the draft. I wouldn't hate that. That might be where I start to lean post free agency, just to get Justin Herbert some more weapons, some more tools on the outside, if you will. We brought back Chase Daniel for like $2.5 million today. I mean, obviously that's not that much money in the NFL. That's a lot for any of us. But we haven't brought back Steven Anderson yet, which is interesting because the trio of Donald Parham, Trey McKitty, and Steven Anderson, I'm confident. I've talked about in other videos, I'm confident in that being our tight end trio going into next year. I think that they all complement each other very well. And I don't think we need to get like a true number 1 tight end just because we have a decent wide receiver core as it stands, and I would still like to add more to that. Donald Parham, a good red zone threat. Trey McKitty, good run blocker, all around kind of. Hopefully he can develop into a little bit of an all around tight end. Steven Anderson and Donald Parham both have underrated run after the catch. Steven Anderson, more of a hybrid fullback. He's a really good blocker on the move. But this video is essentially to say tomorrow, today being the 15th, today's what? Yeah, today's Tuesday. Tomorrow, Chargers, Tom Telesco, Brand Staley, Spanos family. Please sign a right tackle. Eventually, sign a right guard. Please sign a linebacker. And after that, just flyers on guys, just get depth. Kyle or Kendall. One of the Fullers. The Fuller that's a free agent right now. Rasul Douglas. I'm kind of surprised that Rasul Douglas hasn't signed anywhere yet. But just depth after that, but we need right tackle. Chargers fans, imagine having Trey Pipkins or Storm Norton trot out there for the first snap of next year. Like, yes, we can be excited about so many other things, but that would just be like a little oh shit moment for next year. Overall, though, I can't complain. We've been killing it the last week or so. Comment down below who you guys want to sign these upcoming days, where you guys think that we should go in the draft post free agency, since we obviously have a much better idea of what the roster is going to look like and what our needs are. I mean, hopefully we don't have any big needs, but where you think that the draft stands and some players that you guys will think will be there around 17. Like, comment, subscribe. I need to stop saying and I will see you guys in the next video.